Hello and welcome back to Warhammer
None
40k
shall
Rogue
stand in
Trader.
my way.
Last time we explored more of the station and of football, and we found the last piece of the puzzle for the guy who built this place, and we got decent gear. And we went to the bar because we're gonna talk to the old. I'm gonna guess he was Russian. He had like an accent or something. Anyway, we're gonna talk to this dude that set us on this path at the beginning. Tell him that we found everything. Maybe talk to the pirates back here, and then we're going to. What else can we do? Then I guess we're just gonna head to the one random zone.
I won't tolerate weakness.
That we saw in the Chronos Expanse map, and then we're going to make our way back to Dargonis, or the Eldari survivors, whichever come first. Gorday Skatov, glad to see you again. I found the final cache in the chain. It had a message from Parsimus Dwayne. It was the creator of Footfall himself who devised this series of riddles. A message from Dwayne himself. The great dreamer and visionary, I should have guessed. Dwayne was passionate about his designs. It's no wonder he personally oversaw the creation of the booklet that described it and even included a puzzle for the keen-minded. It's as if he spoke to me through the ages back then just to lead me here. I feel I've been granted an honor. I'm sorry, I should be thanking you first and foremost for listening to me, and then solving the puzzle, and then finding the time to tell me. Now I finally feel like it hasn't all been for nothing. I have an offer for you. Now that the puzzle from the booklet has been solved, how would you like to become my resident expert on all matters architectural? You could see dozens of worlds traveling aboard my ship. Such good fortune is beyond even my wildest dreams. I would be delighted to serve you and the interests of your dynasty. I believe I could offer you some sound advice if you decide to build a cathedral or something even more impressive. And I'll see to it that the Imperium architecture of the Chronos Expanse, that I'll be fortunate enough to witness is all well documented. I'll head to your ship at once, thank you.
It's about time.
Okay, so we got an architect on our ship now. I feel like that's pretty good. This guy's still dead back here. You guys didn't clean the body? Okay. Hey, Riza. Take some of these, med kits, more grenades, and multiples. Costs. One these. 2, 3 of these. No way, that's fine though. Alright, nothing new for you. So I guess we're just gonna head back to our ship.
Follow my lead.
So there was something to all this. There was rewards, plus we get a architect on the ship now. I don't know if we'll have too much to add because we've already went to a good chunk of everything, but we'll see. Adeptus Arbites. Helmet. The wearer gains plus 15 coercion. If they are an arbitrator, they gain plus 20 instead. I mean, okay. Is that an arbitrator? Yep. I had a feeling you looked a little cool.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Here we go.
Oh, you're gonna get darker.
Sorry. Trying to exit that. Sorry. I don't know if I'll be able to do too much recording tomorrow because I got game club for a good chunk of the day, but we'll see. Gonna do D&D, so wish me luck I don't get killed. Alright, let's go to the Expanse. Should I probably go rest? Yeah. Am I gonna do it? No. Yeah, because the Kazbilican ship is here. We can tell him more about the Burning Worlds, and he'll give us stuff. Upon your approach, the Scarlet Pursuer sends out a hearty greeting. Captain Demir Shani wishes good health upon you and your entire dynasty, and asks if you bring up any up-to-date information on Burning Worlds. Sure. I'll do soul traps and a bunch of favor. Let them know you have no current, but you're willing to sell any you may attain in the future. And they are gonna hop again. Okay. Now they're over here. No, that's the magnetic storm thing. Okay. So now, can I not zoom out? Basically, there's something there. It's not just football, right? Never mind. Gotta go here to save Eldari. This has something here. Save Eldari there. And then that's where we gotta go. That's for Coonred. Or, not Coonred, that's where Drive Stem, I think his name was. That's where he wanted me to go, so I'm gonna go, I think I'm gonna jump here slowly because I can only go one at a time now because I'm at 0. Gonna go to the Forgotten Twins, I'm gonna go here, make it over here, and then I'm gonna jump to here and make my way back to Darkness. That's my plan. We'll see how well that goes. Okay, notified officers about a strange insect-like creature appearing on the astropathic chamber deck. The entity was destroyed, but the incident was recalled a few days later when one of the astropaths lost his mind. Shrieking about a splitting headache, the psyker perished soon after, and the autopsy revealed the presence of countless bloated larvae consuming his brain. The corpse and the insects were safely disposed of. Well, that's not cool. Oh, Dargonis has something done. The void ship is in the clutches of the warp elements. A whirlpool has suddenly emerged and is threatening to throw the ship off course and leave the helpless crew at the mercy of the Sea of Souls. Only the navigators with talent can save hundreds of people. I gotta leave them to the mercy of the warp. We got demons. Fight incoming. Okay, I couldn't do anything about it that time. That's weird. Last time I was able to, and I got 2 back.
A new challenge for me? I'll see you destroyed!
You will pay an even greater price!
So we got Zinch demons. Get some down here. I was gonna be like, they're all split this here. We got some warlocks. Okay, we gotta kill these guys. You go here so you can snipe that guy in the face. Magenta, go here so you can shoot these guys up. We'll go over here and distract. I will go here and add the load with here, down this way, and past go this way. I want Argento assigned because there's a lot of people in the field. Make short version. Line for you down here. Middle line.
Already done.
And damage.
Suits my purposes. Nothing I can't do. Not a problem for me.
As the Emperor commands.
Okay. Shot at.
Nothing I can't do.
There's a warlock down there. I didn't look.
I understand your intent. I am not your ancestors. Guide me! This tedium is beneath me. If it serves your cause. If I must. I deal death with my hands.
I'll take the top shot.
If it serves your cause.
Victory is imminent.
It will be done. I will do my duty. It will be done. Victory is imminent. It will be done.
Alright, who's gonna deal with those? This guy. Those are too close. I think I'll move up here.
Doubt is for the weak. Guided by faith.
I guess I don't have a line of sight.
As the Emperor commands. Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it.
Break them around.
Well, one more lockdown.
My vow is to serve. Desire condemns you. The scriptural process successfully terminated. I am a savant of destruction.
There you go.
I understand your intent. This tedium is beneath me.
And then
Beyond the science and value. Cogitation failed. Request approved. Vital functions successfully terminated.
I bring mercy and retribution.
and then
Trust me.
what?
I shall not fail. Come. The other side awaits.
Then
The undying Emperor whispers his will. Caught by the web. Let your soul be purged. Caught by the web. Death is a blessing.
If I must.
As the tenants caught by the web. I would that I could. Let your soul be purged.
I can keep just jumping between stuff.
As honor ordained, come. The other side awaits.
More damage.
Killing brings me
Yeah.
no pleasure. The shadows will see it done.
here to do all I need. I'm sorry. And then dash this way.
As honor ordains.
And
Trust me. The other side awaits.
then can I dash this way? No, I can't.
I shall not fail.
Already done.
You got this.
As the Emperor commands, none can escape the Emperor's judgment. I am his will made man. Doubt is for the weak.
All too easy.
There.
Suits my purposes.
There.
I'll pass. My tactics are flawless. Nothing I can't...
And then
Already done.
can I hit him? No, I'm gonna have to move.
Just designate a target. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
And I do.
If it serves your cause, no weakness is hidden from my sight. This tedium is beneath ancestors. Guide me. If I can't hear you moving, no
There
more.
you go.
What is it?
The web.
I tire of violence. Let's move. I won't tolerate weakness.
Just collect the gear. It's not really anything of value, but it's still something I can use for later. For cargo.
Just a minor setback.
I mean, combat servitor's okay, it's just not like game breaking. It could be doing a lot more. That's fine.
It's about time.
Now we can go.
I'm injured. I'm enraged.
Did we make it? There we go. Okay, then here. I should probably go here first. During the night, some awakened in beautiful music. The sound seemed to caress their very minds until they realized that the source was their own bodies. While their teeth were chattering out of staccato, their tendons were being plucked like strings by unseen hands, and invisible breaths flowed through their bones, turning them into mournful lutes. The illusion ended, but for a long time afterward, every movement made their hearts stutter in fear. Was the orchestra about to strike up once more? I was gonna say that's Slanesh, but the orchestra part is a little weird. More warp beast. Do I want to deal with them again? Yeah, I'll do this. They'll do it, so we don't have to fight again. Alright, so there's Eldari here we can maybe help. Traces of a space battle. Lord Captain, there's evidence of a recent scuffle straight ahead of us. Throne, take me. This is not a frigate. This is just a gutted piece of metal. Blimey, the culprits are here too. It is the Eldari freaks. I recognize their shiny asses even from this distance, except the Xenos are acting suspiciously. They are hovering in place and not even trying to run. Should we approach or open fire from a distance? Call off your people, Alantok. Something is wrong. The children of Azurion are dismayed, but doing something like this to a Monkai vessel, no, we are not animals. I appeal to your prudence and the promise you made. Do not destroy my kin for the deeds they did not commit. Lord Captain, we have received a report from the Augur crew. The situation is unusual. The Xeno ship displays no biological or energetical signatures, even though it appears to be intact. According to the scanners, there is nobody on board. However, survivors are believed to be hiding in one of the compartments of the damaged vessel of the Imperium. We have also spotted some drifting plating remains that belong to a third unidentified vessel. Send a shuttle with scouts to investigate the Xeno ship. After several hours, Lord Captain, the scouts confirm our earlier report. The Xeno ship is intact. Many valuable artifacts have been found inside, but neither the Eldari nor their bodies were discovered. Got another spiked catapult pistol, right? Yeah, 2 of them. And some Xenos artifacts. We are late again. Have the acolytes of the machine cult... No, I'll wait for that. Dispatch a rescue team if there are any survivors at the frigate. It will be done. Lord Captain, the scouts managed to rescue several emaciated officers from the wrecked ship. Despite their wounds, they were able to tell us what happened. During a patrol, the frigate discovered an Eldari ship crossing the system and decided to immediately attack the enemies of humanity. The Xenos vessel proved too fast and skittish, but at one point its engines failed, giving the frigate a chance to attack. When the guns were aimed, several Drukari ships suddenly pounced from the darkness. At first they attacked from a distance, but soon boarded the frigate and wreaked a bloody massacre on the decks. It is only by sheer miracle that the surviving officers managed to escape, locking themselves up in a hidden technical compartment the Xenos had no use for. The survivors claim that the Xenos conspired and deliberately led the ship into a trap where it met its doom. The Xenos joined forces to eliminate a vessel of the Imperium. An alliance between the Eldari and the Drukari is an unusual sight, and yet such an outcome is hardly surprising. I don't know about that. Because Eldari and Drukari kind of hate each other. Drukari just want to torture Eldari because it's fun, and Eldari hate Drukari because it's like a reminder of what they used to be, and they're nothing but savages and weirdos and stuff. I Master Interrogator, I was thinking exactly the same thing. At last, you and I can finally agree on something. How blind are the Monkai to the vices of their own kind? Humans attack a ship of the children of Azrion sailing peacefully by, but it is my kinsmen who are to blame? No, my kind would not willingly take part in a massacre orchestrated by the Dark Ones, and then abandon their ship. Something else happened here, something I am afraid to even consider. Have the acolytes of the machine cult identify the remains of their vessel, which I guess will be Drukari. I'm reporting that the hull fragments belong to the Drukari Xenos race, but the presence of their ships in the system at the time has not been confirmed. We are leaving. As you command. Okay. I never saw this one, huh? The Winterscale Dynasty outpost hails me and thanks for the help. The locals are indebted to him. Glory to that rogue trader. Okay. Is that talking about... I can't remember if that was the place where we went there and then we got teleported. Because we were like, hey, these guys are weird. Discovered that one of the smaller vats in Engine Hall 5, which should have been filled with wastewater, instead contained a liquid that looked like blood. This incident was deemed not to be a serious concern, and everything went back to normal as soon as the ship entered space. The officers on one of the lower decks stopped providing status reports. 3 days has passed since the Vox system broadcasted anything other than subdued moans and wet slapping noises. An enforcer squad went to investigate and reported that the denizens of the lower levels had been regressed to animals and succumbed to depravity. The connection with the squad was shortly lost. The High Missionary of the Adeptus Ministorum became flush with fury and condemned these as designs of the archenemy. The hotbed of heresy was cleansed with fire and prayer. Did I go to distress signal? Uh-oh. The clan servicing the cooling systems have reported an incident of sorcery. The shadows in the cabins and corridors are coming to life. The voidsmen say they see strange writhing things lurk in nooks and crannies at the edge of their vision. If they look away, the things spread over the room, gnawing on everything in their path and attacking the weak and infirm. The strange creatures cannot be caught. It's almost as if they sense they are being watched and sink into the many cracks between the machines and bulkheads. Purify with fire, or banish them with faith and prayer. Order the decks be purified with fire. The controlled scorching of decks is a labor-intensive but very familiar process for the voidsmen serving under the ship's Infernus Master. The evacuated chambers were set on fire, burning away all filth and heresy from the darkest corners. The shadow skulkers vanished without a trace, and the denizens of the cooling systems breathed a sigh of relief. What's in here? There's a distress signal. anything. Oh, this is where the Drukari beacon was. Maybe because I have Yurliet, now I can properly see what's going on here. I don't know.
Victory awaits!
Nothing new there.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
Why is this still here? Unless maybe something happens later. I don't know. There's nothing else in here. Is this still a thing?
Follow my lead!
I don't know.
Unexpected result.
Sorry about that. Okay. Our warp breach. Go ahead. I can go here and then jump. The engine decks were transformed into exotic gardens. Several chambers sprouted foliage vaguely resembling the plants on Terra, although they exhibited a glass-like surface polished to a mirror sheen. While reflections in the plants perfectly copied the surrounding objects, they did not show a single living being. Those who peered into them saw grotesque, blood-covered creatures instead, not unlike bloated abyssal fish with a pair of clawed limbs, sometimes more. Unable to destroy the sinister growth, the voidsmen covered it with plasteel hoods until leaving the immaterium, finally ridding the vessel of the corruption. Okay. Go here. There you go. Last stop before going north, and then we'll go to Darklands. A violent battle is unfolding before the rogue trader's eyes. Patrol ships from the Corda fleet are tearing apart two small Eldari vessels. Once they are finished with them, the Void ships give chase after the third already damaged vessel, clearly with the intention of destroying it as well. Seeing the last ship's impending death, Yurliet calls out to the Lord Captain, her voice trembling slightly. Only the rogue trader's intervention can save her kin from the massacre. Send a message to her fleet ordering them to stop the battle. The Voxmaster relays the Lord Captain's demand to stop the battle and soon returns with a reply. According to Chorda's ships, this group of Xenos are malicious criminals. They are guilty of raiding this system's planets and robbing merchant vessels. Incendia Chorda's void ships are intent on performing their duty before the Emperor and exterminating the Xenos. Yurliet sullenly watches the unfolding chase through the stained glass windows of the captain's bridge. She grimly concedes that no crime should go unpunished, except her kin were flying transport ships. It would have been impossible for them to rob a ship, let alone launch a planetary raid. Vessels such as theirs simply lack the firepower to do so. The Munkai are lying. And analyze the intact Xenoship. Despite the presence of some weaponry, the Xenoship is more likely meant for transporting cargo or the Xenos themselves rather than direct combat. Ask for proof of the Xenos transgressions. The patrol's captain reluctantly admits there is no conclusive proof. This system is sometimes a target of pirate raids. However, this changes nothing, for his servants have no mercy for the enemies of humanity. Demand they cease fire immediately and retreat. Unwilling to engage in open battle against the flagship of a foreign dynasty, the patrol reluctantly leaves its prey and retreats to the edge of the system. Meanwhile, the wounded Xenoship is rapidly distancing itself from the recent battlefield, attempting to hide in the shadow of the nearest world. Every attempt to contact it is met with frustration, and the Vox Master reports that the vessel is in deplorable condition. Who knows how much more the Xeno technology can endure before the irreparable happens. The Eldari are too scared and resentful of the Munkai for the recent deaths of their kin to answer incoming hails. Despite this, Yurliet is certain she can convince them to cooperate with the Elantok if she is allowed to speak with them. Go ahead. We'll let her speak to her kin. 2 watches pass, and the Xenos finally decide to answer Yurliet's pleas concerning the Elantok's assistance. Guardedly asking how exactly the Munkai can help their vessel, the Eldari note that the humans' primitive technologies are incapable of healing the Eldari vessel's wounds. The sudden benevolence of one human is equally incapable of bringing back those who perished in the recent engagement. Grant them protection by accepting them aboard the ship. The Eldari accept their fate with forced humility. They do not resist, but neither do they appear uplifted by their rescue. They see their stay on a Munkai ship as imprisonment filled with uncertainty about what awaits them next. After a few watches, the Xenos' suspicions are validated. The presence of outsiders who filled the lower decks was perceived by ordinary people as an invasion of godless mutants. Shouting prayers to the Emperor, they rushed to depressurize the compartment containing the Xenos alongside those who were touched by the filth of the unclean. The horrible news shakes Yurliet. She blames herself for the deaths of her kin and regrets the hatred of the Munkai towards her kind, a foolish product of fear. I'll send punitive squads to hunt those responsible for the Xenos' death. She only shakes her head. Munkai deaths will not bring back her kin. It will only spread even greater hatred, and the gap between humans and Eldari will grow even wider. Sometime after, Yurliet comes to the Lord Captain, haggard, but still holding on to hope. She says that she came aboard the Munkai vessel and set off into the darkness in the hopes of finding her kin, but found only corpses slaughtered by humanity's hatred. And though she and the Lord Captain were not always in agreement, the Elantok still tried to lend a helping hand. In gratitude, as she promised, she shares the coordinates of her kin's cache. Sorry, I tried. This is done. Efficiency is up and we get grenades now. The Lord Captain's presence will be required. Okay, well, I'm going there anyway. I'm gonna go to a bridge, see if I can talk to Yulia, and then maybe what's her name will have something to say. I'll talk to Yulia about all that, and then there was someone else we brought aboard just a minute ago. Oh yeah, the architect.
All right.
Nothing. Hello.
Elantark.
Am I still unworthy? Dang.
What do you wish? The words of truth sound like music. This.
Okay. Nothing new. I guess that wasn't enough to convince her. Where would this architect be? I have an idea, but maybe he's here. I'm thinking though he might be on where the old artifacts and stuff are. Where successful single attacks inflict stunned on the target for 1 round. If the target fails a willpower resistance test with a -5 penalty. Warp Guide Staff. Allies gain plus perception bonus, additional movement points on their first turn, infusing 9. Allies targeted by Navigator powers gain +9 to all their characteristics until the end of the Navigator's next turn. This bonus stacks and is prolonged until the Navigator's next turn every time it stacks. +10 willpower and perception. Storm Bolter. The wearer gains +16 coercion. +5 willpower each time they choose an ally or themselves as the target of an ability remains until the end of combat and stacks. Cursebringer. When this weapon hits, the target must pass a willpower resistance test or suffer 0 levels of warp burn. Let me guess that goes off of something like willpower bonus or whatever. So I'll burn them. That might be good. +2 deflection against non-human enemies. And the roar. Sniper does toxic. Targets hit by this rifle are forced to move 2 cells away from the shooter. Does toxin, has a better hit chance, good armor penetration. Maybe. Okay. What was it? Just gonna look at the comparison. I'll do it for this sniper and then Heinrich's Righteous Anger. That should be for what's her name? Each enemy killed is +1. Oh wait, this is the one she was wielding. Where was it? Yeah, this is pretty good actually. It's better than this one, I think. Because, yeah, it does less armor penetration, but it does a lot more damage, has better hit chance, a little bit less range, but also spreads toxins. So I'm going to do that. Whoops. Wrong one. This one for that. And then we got these two. This one can go. Where was it? It was a sniper. The roar, here it was. 15 to 23. Move away, it does more toxin. It's better range. Oh. Lance weapon. Honestly, I might have that instead of two snipers, a sniper, and then if I get a line, just then we got with Heinrichs this new sword. So yours gives you enemies adjacent to the wielder have their toughness reduced by -2. Wielder gains +2 toughness for each adjacent enemy, and it does +2 damage. This one does. They must survive a willpower resistance test or suffer 2 levels of warp burn. What's warp burn? Just gonna guess warp burn, like fire damage. Deals 3+ willpower bonus, which I think is 2, +3, so 8 times psi rating, which is right now 2. So that's 16 damage to the target at the end of their turn, with 5 times psi rating, which is 10 armor penetration. The target creature must pass an agility resistance test with a -5, so -10%, or -10 penalty to stop burning. Ooh. Also, this does 2 stacks, it said. So it'll actually be taking 32 points of damage with 10% armor penetration and a -10 to saving. That's actually a lot. I think I might take that over it, yeah. +2 is all good, but +32 for if I just make a save, a lot better. And then for you, I'm gonna look at this new staff quickly. What was it? Is it this one? Oh yeah, it was this one. So this one is allies targeted by powers gain movement on their next turn. This one gives it to everyone on their first turn. Infusing 9 versus 7, yeah. has better willpower. Yep, so which one's that? House Cassini one. Or do I do it with this one? Okay, so this is... So this first one, set 1, that staff will be for like support abilities, and the second one will be for damage abilities. I gotta remember that. That could be good too. This one's better, I think. That does more damage. That just lowers their characteristics, which if I kill them, I don't need to worry about that. Okay. Try and find this guy. Probably gonna be in the museum part of the ship, which is the other way. Okay, I gotta remember. It's towards where this calligrapher, I think it's, no, is it? It's not calligraphy. Calligraphy is the fancy lettering. The shrine. What's that? Cartographer? Yeah, sounds right. Cartographer.
A new challenge for me.
Oh, we got our new confessor here. I'm here to serve Daman Ignatius II. Are you the new confessor? They call me Confessor Turcius. Sorry. I have left the cloister of the Bloodspun Web and now reside here. I teach the tenets of the web to the laity. How are you enjoying your new position? I used to mentor the web's disciples. Now I mentor lay people. It is different, more unsettling, but it is a beautiful dance still. How will the spiritual life of the vessel change? The flock is afraid. I will help them see the undying emperor. Those who behold him are no longer afraid. They will recognize him in self-denial and servitude, and they will expel weakness through sacraments of pain, through purifying ascesis and sacrificial bloodletting. They will be saved and renewed as his servants, who are without doubt his servants and yours. Never before has our teaching guided lay people, Daman. It is a revelation meant for his chosen spinners. But now a new thread of the Bloodspun Web will be spun, for you have commanded that it be so.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
I'm going to leave this episode here. Next time we'll try to see if the architect's in here, and then we'll jump back to go to the north where that one system is undiscovered, and then we'll jump over to Dargonis if we can by the end of the episode. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you guys have a nice day. Peace.